happy that all of you are here. Every day, I'm just like, I feel like clapping for you because I know that it's effort to get here. And the Lord appreciates effort. Just trying is what this is all about, trying our best. So thanks for trying. And I know the Lord will bless you for being here in some way. And maybe you recognize that and maybe you don't, but being here is good. It's a good thing. And we will have good things coming today. So we had an awesome general conference. And I know there are like a wide variety of levels of participation probably among us here in this room. Some of you may have watched all of the sessions. Some of you may have not watched any of them. For some families, it may be that, general conference is a weekend off church. So when I asked you to write this in your journal, for me, this general conference was describe your experience because of this. I get that some may say, for me, this general conference was like a non-event because we don't participate. Or for me, general conference was a struggle because I'm not sure, I'm not sure about, something or other. And so I was struggling. For me, this general conference was great because I went seeking and I found my answer or whatever. So I know we'll all have different answers for this. But what I would like to do today, as far behind as I feel like we are in moving through what the Book of Mormon and being where we're supposed to be, I want to take today to pause to reflect on what you gained and what you can share with each other about General Conference. It happens twice a year. It's a big deal in the church, and there's a reason for that. So I sent a text out yesterday. If you would think about what you got out of it and what you'd like to share. Hopefully you've come prepared with something in mind. So I'd like to start actually with, and we've already had a good share this morning about General Conference. So let's see. So what were some major themes? Like themes are like subjects that will kind of present themselves in multiple talks throughout the 5 sessions. What did you pick up as like major themes coming from this time? And okay, great. So hand. Yeah, Clara, we'll just go down the line here.
Growing through tribulation and accepting and open arms.
Okay. So purpose of, you'll say tribulation, right? And how to respond? Yeah.
Those are basically all of the sessions.
It's like, yeah. They talked a lot about, and what are some other words for tribulation, right? Like trials, struggles, last days, like everything that goes with tribulation. Awesome. How to respond, we'll say, with faith. Okay. And faith is a big word, right? What does faith actually mean? Okay, yeah, Eliza.
So either what faith is, what it means, or that there is hope for the future if people have hope.
Okay, excellent. Faith and how faith equals hope for the future. Very good. Yeah.
I heard this in when she talks that God will all his children equally, and will come with very clear for practice people better than this.
Okay. We are all equal to God. And so that means no racism or mistreatment of others. That kind of goes with, oh yes, excellent. Yes. Community. Okay. Oh, isn't that interesting? Unity is in the word community. I never noticed that. I wrote unity, but that's already there. Yeah.
For prayer, that doesn't make a large difference in the increase the consistency of the prayer.
Okay. Anything else? Yeah.
I kind of got that. Life is going to get rough, and so God understands. And you have to with God. They're not, I think it's like I said, you're going towards polarity, and you almost stand.
Yeah.
And that kind of is hard.
Okay. So kind of like, it was a little bit like last days-ish, but like it's going to get worse before it gets better, right? So while we can have hope for the future, at the same time, trials are coming, right? They're going to keep coming. So you have to know where you stand. You have to make your decisions. You have to have a firm foundation. Ready. Yeah. Other major themes. Yeah.
Remember giving up in the women's session, especially, it really focused on the importance and the role of women in the second coming, about stuff like that. So it talked a lot about the second coming and what we're supposed to do and how important that is.
Okay. All right. And be ready for second coming. Cool. Those are all the major themes that I had written down myself. So way to go and pay attention. I'd like to give everybody an opportunity to share. Some of you have shared already, but I'm interested not in just what you heard, which if you heard something that was like an answer for you, or if you went seeking or asking and you received, then yeah, I want to hear that. We've kind of covered general themes here. I want to also hear about what your experience was, what it meant to you to be involved, and how you benefited personally from participating in General Conference on whatever level that you did participate. So let's go ahead and start with Philip. Okay, we'll just go around. I want to give everybody an opportunity to share something that they experienced or gained or didn't. If you didn't participate in General Conference, that's okay. And if you want to talk about that or that's your choice. So we have like a minute or a little less for each person. So I'm not looking for talks here, just little shares. All right. Philip.
All right.
How was
so,
your experience?
So you know, I don't know if everyone knows this, but I went to South America, Bolivia, a few years ago for HGFY, and in the city of Santa Cruz, was where we stayed for most of the time with a great Lord, and they announced that they're building a temple in Santa Cruz, which when we were there, they were all really, really wanting and trying to prepare for. So it's great to hear that Bolivia is finally getting a temple.
What does that mean to you that they got a temple, that they're getting a temple?
Well, I guess it just kind of reinforces the importance of temples and covenants, and how much some people care about them, how much I actually care about them.
Thank you.
Well, Elder Rosden's talked about temple recommends, not specifically like me renewing my temple recommend, like that's so important, but it made me think about patriarchal blessings and how those are just as important as temple recommend. And so that made me think I kind of need to prepare for mine and actually try and get mine done.
I love that because he was talking about temple recommends, you know, being recommended to the Lord. And you, well, he was talking about that, you heard it's time for Ethan to prepare to receive this patriarchal blessing. Kind of, right? Like that was the talk. He didn't mention patriarchal blessings, did he? But that was the message that you got when he was speaking. And that is exactly how, a great example of how the Spirit can work. So now what are you going to do?
Work at it.
Put it off for a couple years? Yeah, go get it, because that means the Lord's telling you that you're ready, that it's time for you. That's really neat.
So I was actually able to I was going to talk about that part where the old guy wanted to get his temple, and then even though it was adequate, he said he wanted to be recommended to the Lord, and I just thought that was really cool. So, yeah. One of the things that I'll kind of take away from conference, I don't remember who was talking about it, but I kind of got the feeling that people have become too comfortable in the church. That although we're all like coming to church, we're all progressing, but we've got some more to go. I mean, this is a time that we need to prepare for more trials and more to come. And if we stay as lax as we are, then it's going to be a lot harder. So it's time to prepare and make a difference today. So we have to go.
Okay, so how is it that we are lax or complacent or sitting comfortably? What does that look like?
Well, I guess for my family specifically, we do come home when we're kind of all together at night, and we go to church on Sundays and do a bunch of meetings and go, like an hour or something early every week. But I think that that's just kind of what we do every week, but we need to make more of an effort to get our phone calls meeting now, no matter if it's kind of late or we're missing a person or two. And we need to make more of an effort to do some service towards other people. Like we try to do it occasionally, but we need to do it more of it.
All right. I heard you say the word prepare. That's kind of a big deal. That's one way to not be complacent, is be preparing for what is to come, not just waiting for it to come. You know, there was a lot of talk about preparation. Can we write that down? Be ready, I said. Yeah. Good. Charles.
Couple things that kind of stood out. Felt like a super common thing. Well, I felt that a lot of them were saying, in a way, like, be bold to save. Like,
Be bold.
well, kind of like with your beliefs and stuff, like, you can't just be like, well, yeah, I'm going to church. There was one guy that was like, are you willing to be one of God's angels? Like, you can't necessarily do that, like in a little world, whatever. And one guy was talking about, like, as your color shine through, many will be able to, will be right to hear of Christ and stuff like that. And other people, well, I mean, like Levi was saying, you can't, like, have to put both worlds in the other. So, in a way, like, and one guy was like, you know, on social media or whatever, and in your daily life, walk with Christ, right? And I don't know about anyone else, but like being super bold, I mean, like, that's not exactly what they're saying, right? But that sounds a little uncomfortable, and right? It's like religion, and we kind of sketch things to talk about, right?
No.
Those aren't your average everyday conversations. But why shouldn't they be?
But why not?
Yeah, right? So, I mean, that's something that I can put on. And I think is important, you know, for the gathering of Israel, is sharing that sort of thing. Yeah. I'm a lot of that.
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense. So, like these things that everybody shared so far, they're truths that apply to everybody, but then like you're receiving that message and it means that like you need to do something, right? We all need to do something, but it's like you need to do something like Ethan was talking about, like, oh, I need to start to prepare for my patriarchal blessing. I need to just get it. Start it. You, like, what does this mean for you? What does it mean, Levi, that to be recommended to the Lord for you? Like, I like that you said that's cool. That's cool to have a recommend and to think about being recommended to the Lord. So then what? So now what? So now what do you do with that? How do you not be complacent, Taylor? If you feel like you are a little complacent, like, how do you live your faith outwardly and not just inwardly, so that other people can be lifted too, to share the message? This is really good stuff. And I think these are individualized messages for each one of us. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Skylar.
Something that caught my attention was the word angelic. It talked about how like people like the word, the best word to describe themselves was angelic, and it just made me think like I kind of want to be like that.
Angelic. So if you could think of, Skyla, not to put on the spot, if you can think of like a way that you could be more angelic, let's say, than maybe you are, what would that look like?
Maybe being more patient, kind, forgiving.
When you think of an angel, you think they're going to be patient, kind, and forgiving. So maybe you could take on some of that a little. Yeah. I could sure use some patience in my life. I'm not a very patient fellow. Good. So that's two people who mentioned the angel talk, right? Brother Godoy. I believe in angels, he started out, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Very good. Thank you, Skylar. I'm going to put a few notes up here. Jane.
I really like all of the women's section, but what kind of reminded me, it has two temples, one in one molecule, one in their body, and, I was security guard in the Marshall Islands, and so I took two temples really close to where she's from. And when my parents went to the Marshall Islands, there is one church building on the island that's like a quarter-mile wide and a mile long. And so they thought that was really impressive, that even though the island was so small and that there was such a small, like, amount of people there, that they could have a church building. And it kind of meant a lot that there was going to be temples open up to people who were really righteous there.
So for you, what does that mean?
I guess it kind of shows that, like, I guess in a way it shows that God loves all his children, even if they might not be like perfect, only perfect, but like, even if there's not a lot of them, he still wants to have resources there for them. And, yeah, that even if you don't have a lot of resources for yourself, you can still be a righteous person.
Good. I'm going to press you a little bit further. So then what does that mean for you? Because these are truths that you're speaking. He loves all of his children. He wants all of his children to be blessed, even if it takes a lot of resources to get to a few people. So what does that mean for Jane? That that's how the Lord feels about them.
I guess that you will be there with him to do whatever I need to do. And you will help me with whatever I need help with. I guess.
Is that a guess? Or will he?
He will.
Absolutely. Because we're all equal to God, right? And so if he and if his church and if his prophets love people enough to spend a lot of resources to get them blessings, then you're people too. You're people too, and he'll do the same thing for you, and he'll use his resources to help you get what you need when you need it in terms of spiritual help. Love it. Barrett. All right. Yeah. Did you have something you'd like to share, Barrett? Yeah. So what does that mean to you? Yeah.
So
Okay. I think that's huge. I think a lot of people feel really down about all the stuff that's going on. And to see the good and to have a positive mindset in the middle of difficult things, yeah, that's tough.
Nice. So I thought this was kind of funny, and also it applies to what I'm going to say. So I was looking, and I found this meme about general conference, and there's an apostle leaning over to President Nielsen, whispering in his ear, and the caption is, "Should we tell them this is the second coming?" And I just thought that was funny because he talks about, and even if it's not the second coming, he talks about a new normal. And that's what really struck me the most about this conference. He talks about a spiritual new normal and how in order to both prepare for the coming days that are going to be even harder than this and to be ready even if there is no second coming, at least right now, during our lifetime, if there isn't a second coming, man, it's morning. We need to prepare, and one of the ways that I'm going to do that is by working on creating a spiritual new normal for me.
Excellent. Ben?
Kind of going off of what Barry and Taylor said, I forgot who said it, but they said that God doesn't love one race more than the other. And I don't know what's wrong with races right now. But I always think it's good when I can hear someone say that God loves us. I know it's true, but it's always like, it's like on your birthday, your dad, you ask your dad, like, hey, am I getting presents? Yeah, you are. And it's always good to hear that. And I always enjoy that because it shows that I'm not the only one that believes that God loves me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I think really, nothing really stuck out to me. Not even all the topics that I did at all. Just my stuff. Very helpful.
Very what?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. Your heart was warm? That's a big deal. To walk away, so that's cool to take the whole conference and say, like, this is good. This is good to be here. This is good to be with this. Participate in general conference. Even if one thing can stand out. As a whole, heartwarming. Okay. We're going to pick up the rest of you guys. Don't forget who you are. Okay? Because you won't be sitting here tomorrow. So it would include Emma and Jordan and the 6 of you. We'll share tomorrow morning to start off the lesson, okay? Please? Excellent. Because I would keep going. I'm happy to keep going, but I know some of you have to get to class. So we'll cut it off here. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate your insights. And I'll leave this up here and we'll kind of keep scribbling out tomorrow and come ready to share. I'll leave this with you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.